Okay, I get to review one more straight-to-DVD film, and it's all thanks to one of my coworkers that suggested this movie to me. I had no idea that this movie even existed, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing this review, and I wouldn't have found something that I really liked. So, thank you very much. I have to give a shout out to you. Okay, you know me, I have to be very honest, and let's face it, if you look at this cover to the movie, does this make you want to see the movie? This just feels like another bad straight-to-DVD film. I mean, what is that creature even supposed to be? It looks like those one aliens from Half-Life, you know, the ones that shoot energy at you, and then you find out in Half-Life 2 you had freed them, and they're good guys now, and they always call him Freeman instead of just Freeman. Yeah, that's what that creature on this cover reminds me of. But all that aside, this movie actually is really good, at least in my opinion. Digging Up the Marrow. Now, Digging Up the Marrow is a film by Adam Green, which you might remember him as the director of Frozen. Sorry, not the animated Frozen that you guys might be thinking of right away. No, it was a 2010 movie, I believe. The movie is about these three people that get stranded on a ski lift in the middle of nowhere on the mountaintop in the freezing weather for a whole weekend and yada yada yada. So that's what Frozen is. He also did the Hatchet movies, and now he's made this movie, which I really enjoyed. So the film starts off like a documentary, and it's a documentary where Adam Green has these crazy fans, and one of them believes that monsters really exist. And this fan believes that monsters live in these metropolis places under the ground, and they have this whole system, and they're discarded, deformed babies grown up, and all yada yada, all these crazy theories. And of course, Adam Green goes to find this guy, and it becomes a documentary of this crazy lunatic. But this is not really a documentary. No, it's a horror movie pretending to be a documentary. But of course, since this is a fiction, turns out this crazy lunatic's theories are true, but at the same time it could be true or it could be not, because he could be faking it and making it all a hoax. So ultimately, this is a film that plays off whether this is all a hoax or if this is real, and it does that pretty well. The acting was good, especially the crazy lunatic that believes monsters are real. He was the best person, he was the best in this entire movie, but that's because he actually is an actor, while Adam Green and all the other documentary crew are just pretty much just playing themselves. A lot of the effects and the creatures were very practical, and I gotta hand it to them because they do look pretty realistic. At the same time, there is a few moments where practical effects didn't work out as well as you would hope. The first monster that is actually shown in the film, I didn't mind at all, but the person that told me about this and his girlfriend, they thought it was a little cheesy and fake. But ultimately, I didn't mind that one. The one that I had issues with was there's this one monster, and it's done in a almost comedic and terrible way. It almost looks like a miniature Slimer that is like on wheels and just goes across the ground like a little toy car. It's like that was a little weird, and that was really badly done. But the rest of it is excellent. The rest of the monster work and the creature work are really amazing in my opinion. There are some cheesy moments with Adam Green interviewing the lunatic, because every time it cuts to Adam Green while the lunatic is talking, Adam's just like, or it gets a little too much at times. But other than that, and the one practical use of one of the monsters, other than those two things, everything in this film was well done and really good. Even though I knew this documentary thing wasn't real and it's a documentary horror film, I still felt for the characters, and I felt worry when it got closer to the ends, when they were out by themselves looking at the hole, doing these stupid things that you would expect in stupid horror film. But at the same time, it's done with sort of semi-realism, because they know it's a bad idea, and you can see them realizing maybe this is a bad idea, but trying to convince themselves, no, there's nothing real, there is no monsters, we're good, we're safe. I like Digging Up the Marrow, and this is easy for me. 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars. So have you seen Digging Up the Marrow? If you have, what did you think about it? Go ahead and comment. If you haven't seen it, then what is your favorite horror film that pretends to be a documentary? There's probably not as much out there as you think, but what is your favorite one that tries to be a documentary? As always, this is Bruce Gifford, and this was Just My Opinion.